Ready to go beyond the scorecard.
Absolutely. We're going deep on this India-Bangladesh test match.
We're talking strategies, the psychology of the game, those moments that change everything.
And trust me, this match had them all.
We dug through match reports, player interviews, you name it, trying to understand what made this clash of titans tick.
It's all about the details, right? The small choices that add up to a winning strategy or a missed opportunity.
And those details can be pretty juicy sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. So let's start setting the scene, shall we? Chennai, red soil pitch, famous for its bounce and turn.
Yeah, the kind of pitch that gets Test cricket fans on the edge of their seats. And Bangladesh wins the toss. They choose to bowl first. Seems like a standard move, right?
Well, not so fast. You see, Bangladesh has been putting a lot of faith in their pace attack recently.
So to choose bowling first in India, a place known for favoring spin bowling, that's a bold move.
It certainly is. It tells you they're not afraid to shake things up, play to their strengths, even on unfamiliar territory. And for a while, it really seemed like their gamble was paying off. Hassan Mahmood was phenomenal, just tearing through India's top order.
3 quick wickets, including Captain Rohit Sharma, who was out for a paltry 6 runs.
You could see the momentum shifting. Getting Rohit out early, especially on home ground, that's a huge psychological blow. And we even uncovered some fascinating insights from Tamim Iqbal about Shakib Al-Hassan's batting technique. Apparently, he uses a special kind of string on his bat.
Wait, seriously. Now, that's a detail you won't find in every match report. But, beyond these individual quirks, there's a bigger tactical picture emerging here. Did you notice that all 4 of Bangladesh's top-order batsmen are left-handed?
You don't see that every day, especially in India. It throws a real wrench in the works for the bowlers and the captain.
I can imagine. I mean, most bowlers are accustomed to the ball angling away from right-handed batsmen.
Exactly. Facing a lineup full of lefties disrupts that whole natural rhythm, forces them to adjust their line and length, really messes with their game plan.
It's like suddenly being asked to write with your left hand when you've been using your right your whole life. So Bangladesh is starting strong, looking confident, but then just when you think they've got the upper hand, the match takes a turn.
Like a game of chess, one move can change the entire course of the match.
And in this case, that's where India's experience, their adaptability, really starts to show. Enter the spin twins, Ashwin and Jadeja.
Ah, yes. The masters of spin.
And they don't just try to stop the flow of runs, they take control.
Picking up those crucial wickets, putting the pressure back on Bangladesh, they completely turn the tide.
Their partnership, 199 runs. That's not just rescuing an innings, that's completely changing the game. And Ashwin, he goes on to score his 6th Test century.
His 2nd century at his home ground, by the way. You could tell it meant the world to him.
That home crowd advantage, it's real. And it's interesting you mentioned his mental game because we actually have a clip of Ashwin talking about his performance. Let's hear what he had to say.
Day two, it was really something else. Remember Hassan Mahmood, that young pace bowler who just blew us away on day 1?
Oh, yeah. Picking up right where he left off.
Exactly.
5-wicket haul in a Test match, that's impressive no matter what. But for a fast bowler visiting India, that's a whole other level of achievement.
He's only the 2nd Bangladeshi pacer to do that in consecutive tests. It really speaks to his talent, his potential. But, as impressive as Mahmood was,
Even he couldn't single-handedly win the match for Bangladesh.
it's true. And I think this is where we really saw the difference in experience, in strategic depth between the two sides.
Yeah, Bangladesh had a good start to the day, but then
But then their batting just seemed to fall apart against that relentless Indian spin attack.
Jadeja and Ashwin, they were just masterful.
They were setting traps, anticipating every move, every hesitation.
It was like they had an answer for everything Bangladesh tried to do.
Yeah.
They kept changing the field, creating pressure, and Bangladesh just couldn't keep up.
It shows you how crucial adaptability is in Test cricket. You can have your game plan, sure, but the best teams, they adjust, they read the situation, the conditions, the opposition, and in this match, nobody read it better than Ashwin and Jadeja.
And then on top of everything else, you had Rishabh Pant return to Test cricket. The guy's coming back from injury, and what does he do? Smashes the century.
Reminding everyone just how dangerous a batsman he is. And it wasn't just the runs, it was the way he got them,
So much energy, so much aggression.
It really lifted the whole team. And, Pant being Pant, he even threw in a few of those unorthodox shots of his, just to keep things interesting.
Always entertaining. But, in all the excitement over Pant's return and the dominance of India's spinners, we almost missed something pretty huge. India just rewrote the history books.
They sure did. With this victory, they now have more test match wins than losses throughout their entire test history, a record that's stood since 1932.
1932, that's almost a century. You don't break a record that old without being something special.
Yeah.
Let's hear what Captain Rohit Sharma had to say about his team's performance.
Honestly, by day 3, well, the match was pretty much decided. Pant and Gill just kept piling on the runs.
Yeah, they took that lead to 514 runs. That's not just about scoring, it's a statement, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's saying, we believe our bowlers can finish this, and finish it fast. And it puts enormous pressure on the Bangladesh batsmen who were already struggling.
And they did finish it fast. Ashwin really found his rhythm, didn't he?
Yeah.
Picking up those key wickets, just dismantling Bangladesh's batting.
It was clinical. Bangladesh all out for 222. Match over in just 3 days. A real show of dominance by India.
So, looking back at the whole match, where do we even begin?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is India's dominance on home ground. It's just undeniable. They've got the batting lineup, they've got the spin attack, and they've got a captain who knows how to use them both. Plus, there's this incredible self-belief in the team. Whatever Bangladesh threw at them, they had an answer for it.
On the flip side, Bangladesh, they had their moments, especially with that young pace attack. But that weakness against spin, it really showed this match.
It's definitely something they'll need to work on if they want to be competitive at the top level. And then, of course, you've got the return of Rishabh Pant to Test cricket. What a difference he makes.
Just his presence in the team, it brings this energy, this unpredictability. You never know what he's going to do next, and that makes it so exciting to watch. But it's not just about individual players, is it? This match also raised some fascinating questions about the future of both these teams. Can Bangladesh bounce back from this? Can they find a way to challenge India in the rest of the series?
And can India maintain this incredible level of performance as they face new opponents and new challenges? These are questions we'll be exploring in future deep dives, that's for sure.
This deep dive has been a wild ride. We've seen bold strategies, unexpected heroes, and historic achievements. And it just goes to show that Test cricket, it's anything but predictable. For anyone who thinks it's a slow or boring game, think again. It's a game of strategy, skill, and those incredible moments that leave you speechless. We've only just scratched the surface today, so keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep that love for the game alive. Until next time, folks.